Hey, you guys ready?
You guys ready?
He's randomly talking. So
There's nothing he wants to do more in life than to push that button.
Oh, I know.
Because as soon as it starts, the sooner it ends.
Yeah, he's very excited about that.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to That Checks Out with Damon and Ted. 2024 edition.
Yes.
We've been a week into 2024. How's everyone been doing? I've already failed my resolution because here I am.
Yeah.
Back in the studio.
He vowed to not do things that don't bring him joy. Yeah, well, we're going to do it. I'm here. By the way, if you get to come down to Audio Hive, you can now play hide and seek in here. I don't know if you're aware of that.
You can play hide and seek on the surface of the sun.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
This light is so bright.
Yeah. Hey, remember when you left the light on? Yeah. It's like Red Raffin.
Tom Bodette.
Yeah.
We'll leave the light on for you.
Yeah, he did leave the light on for us. And what's funny is we're not recording anything video-wise. We're just getting a tan. Okay? So it is what it is. Hey, so we did went through the holidays.
Yeah.
Everything's good. I had a Secret Santa. Or when I say Secret Santa, we did the white elephant. You're familiar with that, right? Where you you wrap up crap.
I'm going to interrupt you because I want to put it in the top of the show so I don't forget. I reached another podcast and I have been talking.
Oh, it's dimming. Go ahead.
Thank God.
Sun's off. Sun's out.
Your dimming capability works about at your speed.
Right.
And we're going to.
And we're good now.
I used to watch this. It's by two guys, Chicago locals, Mike and Mike.
Okay.
They go back and watch shows that we would like, Love Boat, Dukes of Hazzard,
Oh, yeah.
Knight Rider,
Okay. Gotcha.
Fall Guy,
Yeah.
$6 Million Man. And they're like, go back and see it as just a little bit older than us. And be like,
Now we're
I used
playing.
to watch this.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
I just want to shout out. We've been talking back and forth. Just they've become recent fans of the podcast. So just thanks to them.
That's very nice.
I said I would give them a little shout out. So here we are. Thank you. I used to watch this. You can find it on all the stuff. Where can they find him, Damon? Thank you for asking. You can find him at. I used to watch this.
I'm professional.
Sometimes it's the number 2. Sometimes it's TO. If you just type it in the search, you'll sure find it.
Okay.
Spotify.
They have like a YouTube
podcast.
channel.
Yeah, YouTube channel.
Okay. So yeah, so
All
you
the
should go there.
socials.
Check out their
Yeah, check
YouTube
out
channel,
stuff.
and that way you can pick up on videos. And if you miss something, you can check it out. That would be kind of neat, actually. So are they commenting on it as they're watching it?
Yeah, they watch it and they go back and they're like they
Yeah.
point out like. I get why I watched this as a kid for the action, but now you try to watch it and this is like the most ridiculous thing. Or how did they get from here to here in one day? And it was like on the other side of the globe.
Well, when you said Love Boat, so that's the one that got me because I remember seeing there's a meme.
That's what I just listened to. I'm like, why did I start with Love Boat? But that's why.
But there's a meme I saw where it says, because honestly, he was a guest on there, John Holmes. Now, John Holmes was he famous in the adult industry.
He was famous in the corn industry.
Yes. I heard he had one hell of a corn. But anyway, my thing is that the comments underneath are like, wait a minute, what happened when he was on the boat? You know what I mean? Because it's the Love Boat, and you put the leader in the corn industry on there, and you're like, hey, what happens? So it's kind of weird when you look back and see the people that actually, and then you people that are famous now that guest starred. That happens, I guess, though. You get sitcoms.
Well, yeah, because almost every show they're like, and this show also had this person on it, this person on it, this person on it.
Yeah, and you're like, they're all famous now.
One of the mics is famous for recognizing the other one, and the other mic is like, yeah, he was familiar, but I can't picture who he was. You know?
So it's kind of like you and me.
Yeah.
Like you're dead on the names, and I'm like, yeah, it's the guy with the hair on his head with the, he's got 2 legs.
He drove that one car.
Yeah,
that
you know
one
that.
show.
You remember that guy? You remember that guy? He answered to, hey you. Yeah. But anyway, check that out. That actually sounds pretty cool. I will look at their YouTube, and I have a feeling that we may even subscribe to their YouTube channel as well. That said,
I'm sure they're super excited about this.
How generous of you.
Okay.
That said, all right. So you had a white elephant.
So
I don't want to get into it.
Well, but here's what I'm saying. I thought that was very generous, Mac. I thought that was very nice. It's just another boop. Hey, somebody's watching. Here you go, subscriber. What's wrong with that? So you know what? I'm going to unsubscribe to Audio Hive because of your cynicism. That's what I'm going to do right now. Okay? So I'm going to unsubscribe. White elephant gifts. We do this for my wife's side of the family on Christmas Eve. Okay? It's kind of fun. At the same time, it kind of sucks because like every white elephant, 1 or 2 people actually bring something good and everybody else wraps up absolute dog crap from around the house that nobody wants, right?
Which, ironically, it's the people that bring the good stuff are the ones that ruin it.
They do ruin it because people want to steal it or they want to do this. And it's like,
okay. Well, yeah, because if you didn't want any of it,
right,
you don't care, and you just have fun like passing around the junk,
right?
But if some person wants, there's that one thing everyone wants, and suddenly, well, 3 years ago, he got the thing.
Yeah, and you want to know something is when it gets stolen, what the third time or whatever, then it can't be taken no more. So you have to watch what's going on. So anyway, it happened this year, right? And my son Brendan opened it first, and it was like a seat cushion for like a desk chair, but heating, vibrating, all that. First off, I said you better open the box, make sure that's what's in there. Because for me, I will give you something like that, and it'll have crap inside of it. You know what I mean?
Like
it's
an
not
actual poop.
yeah, just packed with horse turds. That's all I put in there.
This is
It's
solid.
got to be a pony in there somewhere.
It doesn't even rattle.
Keep digging. But anyway, my point is, I said, is that what's in there? And I said that to everybody. Whenever they open it, I'm like, but is that what's really in there? You know? But in this instance, he opened it first. Number one gift, boom. 57 eyes on this. And I'm like, I have no desire, so I really don't care.
Right.
Okay? But my wife wanted it, probably to take to work to put in her chair. So, she steals it. Okay? Yeah, she stole it. And then my son, Chuck, steals it from her because now he's going to wrap it up and make it a Christmas present because he's not stupid. He just went shopping on Christmas Eve, right?
Yeah.
And Miss still has presents to wrap, and he's like, I'll just give it to Miss to wrap. It's for Mom. We're good. He steals it. Second steal. Boom. So I'm like, I thought we were done at 2 steals. Third person got it. No, there's 3 steals. I didn't know this. Third person takes it. My oldest son, Nick, takes it. I figure he's spending the night for Christmas. He's giving that to Mom tomorrow morning. He takes it. He goes, I can't wait to put this on my computer chair when I'm playing games. and Chuck looks at him. He goes, he goes, I will shank you right now on Christmas Eve if you do not wrap that. You know, so we're fighting over the 1A of gifts. There's also a 1B. I don't remember what it was, but it was quite popular. All right. So anyway, my point is that to me, I would much rather watch you open a broken coffee mug, a pair of socks that say, number 1 dad, you know what I mean? Whatever it is, just random stuff that you're like, I'm never going to wear this. Here you go. I'd rather see that.
Here's a bag of rock candy and a piece of glass.
Yeah. This one here, this is a mystery. Okay. I've mixed them together. I shook it up. Yeah. What is it? G-shaft candy, right?
Yeah.
And there's actual brown broken glass. There's beer bottles broken in here too. I don't know what's what. Enjoy. Here's the deal. G-shaft candy, you'd have to be in this area, kind of know what that is, don't you?
I was like, well, you
yeah, I went deep.
You took a deep cut.
I used to like that when I was a kid. Other than when you crunch your first piece and you're like, okay, this tastes like ass.
What?
Okay.
It's a bit strong for the child's palate.
It is very strong. It is very strong. And also, whether it's glass or not, your mouth's going to bleed. Okay. Because that's what this candy is. Real big hit around here in this area. But that said, it's funny. We're going through the whole thing. And so Chuck gets a steal then because somebody stole. And I look at him, and we were just joking about one of the ants or something having like a life alert on. And I looked at him, and I go over there and take that life alert. And he looks at me, and he goes, what? I go, just take it. Just be like, hey, I'm taking this. It's my steal, right? And he goes, yeah, and we're laughing, and it's just the two of us off in the corner. We're laughing. And then my wife's like, what are you guys up to? It's like, okay, now we have to come clean. So we're like, nothing. Okay, because that's what we say. But I pictured, so I actually told him, I said, I can just picture you going over there and taking that. And her going, I wore that here. I depend on that. That's for me. And you'd be like,
I didn't say it.
It's my steal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I didn't say it. We should have said that at the beginning of the game.
Yeah. I don't understand. I thought everything in this room.
Yeah, we
can steal. Okay. Yeah, it's just how we work it. But I really like the white elephant as long as everybody knows that it's really meant to be random stuff.
Yeah.
What's funny is I opened a box that had like 2 glasses in it nobody would ever want. It had like a thing to make eggs in the microwave. Okay. Like excellent or whatever,
The best thing at a white elephant should be a partially open bag of Werther's Originals.
Correct. Oh, okay. So now you're almost ahead of my story. In my box, 3 full-size Milky Way bars. Okay. So I open it up and I go, cool. I'm immediately eating one of the Milky Way bars.
Try to steal this.
Yeah. And Chuck looks at me and goes, why are you doing that? I go, because I don't want nobody to steal it. I got 3 Milky Way bars, man. I'm golden. Nobody wants the other crap, I don't want anybody doing me a favor being like, oh, here, you can go pick again. No, because all the crap on the floor still is wrapped in my paper. I don't want any of that stuff. That's why it's not here.
I know none of those have Milky Ways in them.
Yeah.
What I have
Right.
Has Milky Ways.
Yeah. But it's funny because I opened it up and it was actually my sister-in-law. She wrapped it. And I literally said, I announced, I'm like, it's got this, had a pair of like these lace panties or something. It was still had the price tag on it and everything else. And I'm like, okay. And it's got an eye patch. You know what I mean? I'm doing whatever. And I go, and it's got 2 Milky Way bars. And she goes, 2? And she sees me opening one. I'm like, yeah, 2. And I'm eating the third one. You know? Because last year someone got a whole sleeve of Kit Kats. I stole that gift. Well, everybody wanted to steal that gift. Cool. I'm going to crack it open right now while we're still going.
Right.
Okay? Here's the deal. I will eat the value of Kit Kats out of this gift
As long
right
as
now.
it's in your possession,
Yeah.
until someone steals it,
It's mine.
Those are your Kit Kats.
I want to put these panties on. If I want to drink out of this cup, I can do whatever I want to do.
If I want to go make eggs in your microwave.
That's what I'm going to do. It's what's going to happen. You know what I mean? And that's the best way for me to guarantee that I keep that gift. So yeah, I announced. I said, there's 2 Milky Ways in here. And she's like, 2? And she sees me open one. But again, I stress the white elephant is a great way to do a party. Just make sure everybody has the same.
Yeah.
Like don't bring the iPod, okay? Because, and I say that dates us. I get it, you know, but that's the thing that I think too. It's like there's one golden gift. Now in this case, it's a thing that we probably could have bought for $30.
That's the thing. Everyone's
you know what I
fighting
mean?
Well, the fact is though, you're a little late because if it is Christmas Eve,
Right.
and you need that gift for mom,
Right.
you're
Yeah.
you're kind of at your last straw.
Yeah, no, Chuck's favorite thing is like, ooh, that is a gift. That counts. He's a smart kid.
Mom is number one dad. Let me get those socks.
That's right. You know what? My dad sucks. Mom is definitely number one dad. So, and then the other thing, you know how I told you he wakes us up different every year. Okay. Last year was Shrexophone blasting on the speaker. So this year we're getting ready to go to bed and he comes out and he's got this powered Nerf gun that I haven't seen in like a decade. I have no idea where he pulled this from, but it works. Okay. And he goes, hey, this is how I'm going to get you guys up tomorrow. And I go, you're not shooting Nerf bullets at me. He goes, not just Nerf bullets. I look, they have thumbtacks hot glued on the end of them. This is a weapon he used to use against his brothers when he was younger.
And they come out of the gun?
They come out of the gun because they're glued right to the tip. So you push them in and they come flying out.
So
Right.
those
Yeah,
kind,
yes.
okay.
So then I go, how are those on there? Well, they're hot glued. You're not supposed to use a hot glue gun. Yeah, well, I'm also not supposed to put tacks on the end of Nerf. You know, when I'm breaking the rules.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're going in, you
it
might
really
as
doesn't
well go
matter.
all in.
Yeah, I'm going to jump in the pool in the deep end. But he's literally firing them down and they're sticking in the couch. And I go, hey, how about no? And, you know, we got dogs running around now and we have a puppy. So, you know, it's no, now we let the cat out of the bag on Christmas. Everybody come over. Ooh, well, we got a puppy like 5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But I said, the dog's going to eat those. Even if they didn't have thumbtacks on the end of them, the dog's going to be like, yeah, this looks like something I should put in my mouth. You know what I mean? And, but no, he was literally going to wake us up. He goes, I used to shoot Nick and Brennan with them all the time. They didn't say it felt good, but they would have got up, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like,
He at no point thought that it was a bad idea to shoot you with a thumbtack covered dart.
I think it was more or less, hey, I'm going to show you what I've had for a long time. I don't intend on really using this, but I might as well come clean with the fact that I have it, you know?
So clearly he found it and was like, I'm going to show you.
Yeah. Okay. Right. See, I've made bad decisions before and I've gotten away with it. So I feel now safe at 16 years old to tell you, look what I did like 8 years ago, you know? So again, I haven't seen this thing in forever. So the fact that he had it in that way, and the older boys haven't lived in the house for a long time. So, I mean.
How did he wake you up then?
He did, I don't know what his music selection was, but it was very loud. It was some hip hop song, but it was really, really loud.
We didn't get the traditional, pictures of your family at 3 a.m. What was it?
No, actually.
Was it a decent time this year?
They did, it was, I don't know if it was 5 or 6. I think it was 6. It was 6. So, because I told him, I was like, 6 o'clock is good. And he's like, that's fine. So 6 is good. As they get older,
it's not as fun for them.
They're a little more lenient. Yeah. But no, when they were, it'd be like, 12:01 and, they're like, hey, do you think Santa Claus came yet? And I'm thinking to myself, there's no way it could have come yet.
Yeah.
I've only been in bed for 6 minutes. There's no way,
Actually, it could have been twice by then.
Yeah. First off, it was adequate. But anyway.
Timestamp.
Right. Timestamp. What about you? Any fun holiday stuff? Sorry, I'm eating up time here, but
no, I'm fine. I kind of like the episodes where we don't have to
Just catch up on everything.
Yeah, where we don't have to do fun facts and strange stories for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
No, for
Filler.
We went for New Year's. We went downtown Chicago.
Well, yeah.
I feel like everyone around here, if you say downtown, you know Chicago, but we have listeners,
Right, yeah.
across the globe.
You went to the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You went to Rome? No, we went to downtown Chicago. And we started out at an escape game. And it was weird. It's like almost the game itself, getting to the game itself was an escape game because they text you like, hey, when you get there, don't come to us. Text us that you're there. It was like Gen Zers set this up.
Really?
Like, don't come to the door. Text us that you're there. Go sit in the chairs. We'll come get you. Yeah, basically, it's in a professional building and they have to like escort you down into.
I got you. Yeah.
So we get there and we get there at 3:45 for the 3:55 game, and it says on the sign, it says, tell the name of your party, what room and what time. And we were like, hey, you're a little early. Go sit in the chairs. And we fortunately had picked up a coffee and some drinks on the way. So we're like, great, this will give us time to like chat. We'll sit down and talk.
Right.
4 o'clock rolls around and I want to text back, hey, you've shown up a little late. Yeah. So invited me down to your escape room.
One of us was early.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
So the guy comes up and he's like, I think welcome. Like, it's just the three of us. My wife and my daughter.
So you don't have to pair with anybody else. It's just the three of you.
Well, I actually could have, but there's only 3 people in this lobby.
Right.
It's a giant, I think it used to be a train station or something, but it's a giant lobby. He's like, welcome, I think. I'm like, I texted you that I was here. Did you think that, like, we're like, well, they said wait, and we just took off. Like, I get if there were other groups, it'd be weird, but we're the only people sitting there. And he's like, I think you're that, like, yeah. It's like, how many escape rooms have you guys done? Have you guys done any before? Like, yeah, a lot, like over a dozen. He's like, so you pretty much know what's going on. I'm like, yeah, we're fine. He's like, okay, well, this one you're going to be robbing a bank. So it's not really an escape. It's you're trying to, get into a
You're
vault.
getting away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Getting away kind of thing.
Yeah.
And like you're trying to get out of the room. He's like, that's what he says. It's like you're trying to get out of the room. You're trying to get into something.
I got you.
Like, fine.
Okay.
And he's like, okay, so because it's a bank robbery, I need aliases. And I immediately went, no, you don't. Because he wanted us to pick up fake names and give them to him. And I was like, for what reason? It's just the 3 of us in this room. I don't need any of this. You can see a guy that looked like, oh no, this guy's not playing along. And I was like, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm not.
You want to know what's weird? You are now on time with what's going on.
You just picked up.
Yeah.
So we go through that razzmatazz and we go downstairs and he's like, I just have a few more things. He shows us like types of locks. He's like, if this kind of lock gets stuck, squeeze it together, it resets the pins. It's fine. This kind of lock, this is how you orientate it. This kind of lock, don't touch it. It's like basically says like, it's where they lock up their, mechanics. So you can see a lock, but you're not supposed to get into it.
You're trying to get to mopping buckets. Right. You're like,
well, no, there's like certain things like if you pull a switch, like something will happen and it activates, and all the mechanicals for that behind that thing, don't open that up because you ruin the game for everyone else. Like, okay, cool. And then he starts watching this, and the boss is like, "Don't you have to watch the video?" I was like, no, not these guys. Apparently, we're just going to go straight to it. And I was like, "You're right. Yeah, I don't need your stuff." So we're partway through, and he's like, "Oh, hey, everyone just want to let you know there's a glitch in the system. Where, a guard's going to come in, so I need you to hide." When you hear the Pink Panther song,
okay,
I need you to hide. Now, the way he worded it, it sounded like they forgot to set something up, and now this guy has to sneak in and like fix it as part of the.
Oh, but it's actually part of the game.
We figured that out later, but I was like, why? I immediately went to the speaker. Why is that? Why are we doing this? What's happening? Again, like, well, none of your shenanigans, man. I just want to play my game. I don't want your stuff.
You are ruthless, man.
Well, here's the thing.
They did not like you.
Because it's a bank, like it's in the dark, we're using flashlights.
Okay.
So now I'm in a room with 2 people that have never had a father that said, hey, I need you to hold this flashlight right here. I'll murder you. And I know that.
I understand. Right.
I don't know about my wife's interaction with having to hold a flashlight for her dad, but I know I've never done that with my daughter.
Right.
So, but now it's come back in spades. I should have done that. Because I'm trying to open master locks, with tiny little numbers, and they're like,
Ooh,
they're like trying to light a Taylor Swift show. Woo! Spin it around. Woo! Light it up, light it down, light it up, light it down.
Where's my party people? Right.
And I don't want to get mad. I'm just like, oh my God, just leave it. Like there are 3 numbers on a dial. Leave it on the dial.
You want to know what's weird? You should have actually just, you know how you can get clues. You should have buzzed so they answered. You should have said, is there any homicide on here? Because there might be.
No, I should have been like, can I just get a guy to come in here and hold a flashlight for me? To the point where I almost stuck their flashlight in my mouth. Because you know
Right.
you do that? Like,
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute. So I stuck it like you would hold a phone back in the day. I stuck it in the crook of my neck.
Because that ain't your flashlight.
Right.
You don't want to think about
That's
that.
not.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you probably wouldn't have been the first guy to do that. So, yeah.
So basically, he's like, okay, you got to hide. So Tina's like, well, where are we going to hide? I'm like, well, someone can hide behind the door because it's not like you're really hiding. I mean, someone can hide behind the door. Someone can go in like the footwell of the desk. I plan on, there was a coat rack with a coat and a hat.
Yeah.
Like, I plan on hiding, like putting on that coat and a hat and acting like I'm the coat and the hat on the rack because I think that'll be hilarious. Cut to the music starts playing. I go, hey, it's the music. Those two panic. I don't know what happens to my daughter at first. Tina, I'm like,
because you're busy being a coat rack.
well, no, I go like, Tina, get behind the door, get behind the door, get behind the door. She doesn't. She goes over where the coat rack is, but doesn't get behind the coat rack or get in the coat. She just goes and like hides down, like down behind, like it crouches down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to say out loud, but I don't. I'm like, so no one gets to do the fun hat thing? So now,
Hold on. I had a whole plan. I had a
So
whole plan
I'm-
of being that coat rack.
So now I'm behind the door, much like how you're behind Mac's curtain.
Right. By the
So
way,
now a door that usually can close with like 6 inches
Yeah.
of gap is now closing with like 42 inches of gap. Like I'm hiding from no one.
right. yeah.
But he comes in, he does the thing, he leaves, and then freaks my daughter out.
Okay.
And even though, because when he explained it, she thought that it was going to happen immediately. Because he said it like 5 minutes
So
in.
is he kind of playing like a guard? Is he a walking
Yeah,
guard?
he comes in, you can see his flashlight shoot around. I mean, that's all I
Right.
could see because I was behind a door.
So even if you shine it on you, he's not going to
And
see
he
you.
activated something because his role is on a timer.
Oh, okay, okay.
But the problem is he said it 5 minutes in. We're like 20 minutes in is when he shows up. So for the 15 minutes in between, my daughter thinks that she has to stay in one spot and hide real quick. And I was like, I was wondering why, like, I'm the only one going through all of these rooms.
No one else moved. What,
Right.
what are we doing? Right.
And then there's, all right, so then the worst case scenario. There is a lock where it's in a locked, like, cabinet.
Okay.
And it has, like, glove, like, you can stick your arms through in gloves. So you can feel the lock, but you can't see it. And then in the other room, there's a hole drilled through, you know, Porky style,
Oh no.
where someone can see the lock, but they can't touch it.
Yeah.
So I say to my daughter, "What do you want to guide me or do it?" She's like, "I want to do it." I'm like, "Okay." So I go in there. She can't even find the lock because she's putting her arms in, but not reaching back towards her, which is where it is. She's reaching it straight out. She's like, "I can't find it." I'm like, "Pull towards yourself." She pulls her arms out. I'm like, "No, put your arms back in." So
You do the hokey pokey.
the whole thing
and
is
you turn yourself
The
around.
whole thing is immediately when I saw this, I wanted to do the lock.
Right. So
my
wait, so
brother, my brother in Christ, the Lord Jesus was like, "You are not doing this lock." Do you understand that? That's what he was saying to me. So because
you didn't get to be a coat rack either.
well, so, yeah.
How are you? This worst night ever.
So then,
worst night ever. Go ahead.
and this is part of my Christmas.
Angry Ted. Angry Ted is here.
So then my wife pushes her out of the side,
Right.
puts her arms in, and she finds the lock immediately. She's like, "Okay, so what am I doing?" I'm like, "We got the code. It was in the other room. That's how I knew we had to work in this lock because it showed a picture of the cabinet,
Okay. Gotcha.
and there's like the circle I'm looking through had a green like pipe on it. So there was a green circle on the code, and I was like, "Okay, well this has got to be to this. I know the code, and I'm going to tell you that." And it was a 4-ring lock. It was a letter lock. So I'm trying to like, okay, move the top ring 1 click to the left. Third ring clicks 2 to the right. I'm like, oh my God. She's like, well, I can't exactly feel it right. And I'm like, I don't know how I did, but I calmly was like, no, top ring to the left.
Yeah.
Top ring to the other left. Top ring, stay. Second ring. But the third ring, like I could see, the thing was that 1, 2, and 4 were all 1 letter away. So I just had to go 1 to the left, 1 to the
Okay.
left.
So you're close.
Third ring, I can't see the letter we're supposed to find. So which way am I supposed to turn it? I don't know. Just turn it till I see letters. Turns that third ring. All 4 rings start to turn. And I was just like, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So in your escape room, do you need a cyanide pill? How do you
No,
get out of the escape
here's the
room?
thing is that-
In a body bag?
we love doing it and we're pretty good at it. But
Right.
there'll be a puzzle that I'll be like, okay, that is like, there is a puzzle on the vault door.
Yeah.
We are 2 minutes in. Tina's already trying to figure that out. I'm like, we're nowhere close to having those clues yet.
Right.
But she's like, well, what do you think this means? What do you think this means? I'm like, I don't know. Because we just got in this room.
Right.
If you think that 8 seconds into this room, we can figure out the final puzzle, what's the point of this room?
First off,
Why did I pay money for this
yeah,
room?
you guys are badasses if that's how it works. Correct. So you get an hour or 45 minutes?
We
What do
got
you
an
get?
hour for that
You
one.
get an hour for that
Yeah.
one? Now, did you make it or no?
Yeah, we made it.
How much time do you have left when you made it?
Couple
minutes or?
6:45.
Okay.
But he comes in, he's like, do you guys have any feedback or anything about it? I was like, one game, I'm like, yeah, this was a little, there is one that was a little obtuse because you find a letter in a typewriter that corresponds to something in the other room. But then there's a third piece you find in the third room that actually is, because the letter in the typewriter will guide you to something on on a wall in the third. In the
Now, are
second
you able to walk from room to room?
Yeah,
or
yeah,
you
yeah,
got to
you're
do
fine.
like chutes or anything,
you're
or
fine.
climb up chutes or.
No, this one was all one level. But
okay.
But there's a thing in the third room that explains what you were supposed to find in the picture, and I was like, that was a little obtuse. Because first off, not only do you have to figure out the letter goes with the other room, but then you have to find something later that tells you what you were supposed to look for.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, that's a good point. And I was also like, this one wasn't hard because maybe it wasn't hard for me, but I figured it out right away.
Yeah.
He's like, well, those are the two hardest ones, and those are the first ones we have you solve to move forward. And I was like, well, now you see why I didn't want to give you a nickname.
Well, I was gonna say, so when you were saying that, here's what I picture. The guy looks at you and says, I really don't appreciate your tone. And you go, nobody talks to Damon Paracchio that way. By the way, my alias is Ted Wilson. So,
But he was like, no,
nobody
he's
talks
like,
to
I'm only
Damon that
asking
way.
because it's like, this is our hardest room, and you guys only asked for one hint, and you got out, and you were
Right.
pretty interactive the whole time. And you did, because
Yeah.
when he first started, he's like, you can do this the hard way or the easy way. I'm like, well, what's the difference? He's like, the hard way, you get 5 clues tops.
Yeah.
You can only have 1 clue every 10 minutes. And I was like, well, what's the other way? And he's like, well, you can get nudged if we think you're close. We can see that you're almost there, but you're not getting it. We can be like, psst, you're almost there.
Yeah.
And I was like,
you don't want that.
Yeah, we don't want that.
You don't want that. No.
But he's like, it was your. I was like, this was your best time. We were 6.5 minutes. Did you? What are you be able to just barely scraping by?
Yeah. No. So you did. You qualified for one of their better times of getting out of there.
Apparently their hardest room, which we didn't. But there's another room they have called the Zodiac, and we didn't want to do it because remember the fake guard?
Yeah.
Scared my daughter. The Zodiac, there's handcuffs involved, but we didn't know how. And we walk out, you can see them outside the room. And I said, and we were in the bathroom, and like they're going to the bathroom. There's like a little alcove, and the guy was like, "Which room did you guys do?" We said, the bank, and he's like, "What do you do?" We did the Zodiac and the prison. I'm like, okay, cool. I want to do the prison, but the Zodiac, did they really lock you up? He's like, well, yeah. One of us was locked on a table in the middle of the room, and the other 4 of us were locked to the wall, like handcuffed. And I was like, yeah, I don't think that would have flown.
No, No.
However, then I could have been like, okay, can you guys go back to the wall real quick?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, listen.
Why did you relock us?
Yeah.
Because I need to go touch some stuff.
And
I need you out of here.
Yeah, I need some time. Okay. Listen, when the guard comes through, lay behind this coat rack. Okay, we're all good.
What was also weird is that they had like a soundtrack playing, and every now and then it would be like, oh. And at one point,
gotcha. Okay.
or you hear like drilling and stuff, and Tina's like, "What's that?" I'm like, "It's just a soundtrack." And then the one time it went, "Whoa!" She's like, "What'd you find?" I'm like, "Nothing." Again, it's the voice in the ceiling. Have you ever heard me make that voice when I've made a discovery? Oh, you know what I found? I found a cool coat rack I could hide as wearing this hat.
Here, listen. I'm going to summarize this real quick. You didn't get to be the coat rack or the hat.
Yeah.
You didn't get to. You didn't get to do the lock you wanted to do. You had to watch other people. Not fail because you succeeded, but you had to watch other people do it in a way that you would not have done it. I feel like this is a win for me.
Oh yeah, the whole night was a win for you.
This is a win for me.
After that, we went and had dinner at a Japanese restaurant. Very nice, very good food. Then we went to a concert, and then after that, we went. It's 10:30. Word is there's fireworks, but this whole time, no one has been able to say to me where the best place is to see these fireworks.
Right, gotcha. Yeah,
we go here, we go here. I'm like, they're in the air. Can we just stand here?
Right.
Like, why do I have to go anywhere? They fire. It's not like they're firing them at the level of the buildings. Right. Yeah. It's going to be in the air.
If you're not on that side of the Sears Tower, you're not going to see anything.
So
yeah, sorry.
We start walking up to the, and I was like, and we get out of the concert, and that's when it's decided we're going to go walk towards the river to see the fireworks. I'm like, hey, had I known that while we were in the concert hall, I would have used the bathroom. Because now we're outside in downtown Chicago at 10:30 at night. You know what they don't have? Restrooms.
Oh, and it's chilly.
Oh yeah,
and it's chilly. Yeah.
And so we go. There's a place that was on the way that they were having a late night dinner menu. And like, do you want to stop in here for dessert? I'm like, I don't care. Do they have a bathroom? I don't care what it is. We'll go in there. But the only place for immediate seating was outside, and like that, like the seating they made for when the
yeah, no, I got
the virus hit. So we're sitting out there. I have my back to the door. Every time the door opens, breeze comes in. It's freezing.
Yeah. We
go to leave. The rest of my party decides that we're going to open this up like it's a garage door, just as wide as you can get it.
Nice.
And I'm like, what are we doing? I close the door. They look at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, you didn't freeze the back of your ass off for the last 45 minutes waiting.
Every time somebody came in and out.
For 2 desserts and ice cold coffee. The lady was like, I don't see any steam out of that coffee. Is it hot enough? I was like, yes, it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't want a code name.
Yeah. Yeah. My name's Damon Paracchio.
Yeah, my name's Damon Paracchio.
And I hate this
And
place.
this coffee is terrible. Freezing, and I hate you.
I just know that's going to be, you're going to be like, why would I not wear a shirt that has my name on it? Of course I'm Damon. I'm right here.
And then we go to the fireworks. My daughter climbs up on a fixture so they can see him better, but then I end up just basically being a foot stand.
Yeah.
Because there's room for one foot on the fixture.
Ooh.
But you know what works out to be the other foot?
Shoulder?
Yeah. Well, no, Dad holding his hand backwards.
Oh.
Like into an L shape.
Yeah.
And so then I'm holding it, like, we get there at 11:45, so it's not a whole long time, but
Still
it's 20 minutes of me
still a
holding
dad
up a
win.
human.
Still a
Yeah.
dad win, man. Still a dad win.
The other thing that was funny is that this person was standing in front of Tina, and she thought it was a human. She thought it was a child on top of someone's shoulders. No, it turns out there was just a 7'2" guy standing in front of her.
Like it's three kids
Yeah.
trying to get into a movie.
Yeah,
We're trying to get into an adult
what they
movie.
did? They went to the escape room and they grabbed the trench coat and the hat because no one was using
Are
it.
you the coat rack? Oh my God. I wanted to do that.
There were people in there the whole time. Why didn't you hold the flashlight? Oh, and remember I said that was the point of me telling the whole story about the way the Glocks were oriented.
Yeah.
Like we found a code. Tina's like, it's not working. I go over there. I'm like, you're putting it in. Like he said, if it shows the word master, you're on the right side. If there's nothing written, you're on the back side. It's not right.
Yeah.
And I was like, does this say anything in front? She's like, no. I'm like, turn it over. She's like, oh.
Oh. Hey, there's that noise from the rafters.
Yeah.
Oh. See, that noise was you all along. I heard it. I heard it in the dark. I knew it was you. So I got to be honest with you. Big win for Damon.
This
story is
don't
just a great
understand
win.
the whole point of the guard thing. I wanted to be like, you can take that part out.
Right.
I don't need that.
Right. No, you know what though? It's
Because
probably
there's some escape rooms where they're in there with you. They play a character.
okay.
I've never done. I don't want to do one of those.
No.
The same way I don't want to make a fake name for 60 minutes of me,
Yeah. They're like
trying to solve Encyclopedia Brown puzzles.
Ronaldo, you're doing it wrong. Who the hell's Ronaldo?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the name I gave him.
I should
Never
have
mind.
told him my name was Encyclopedia Brown. My name's Leroy, but the town calls me Encyclopedia.
Encyclopedia. Yeah. I'm a bad man. All right. Hey, let's do a couple fun facts. Besides the fact, I had fun just knowing that you didn't enjoy your New Year's Eve as much as I think. I mean, you had
I had
a good time,
but there were just moments
but
where
you
it
were
was just
tortured
like,
at times, and I feel like that really benefited me. Okay, I got to be honest with you. Angry Ted. Everybody likes Angry Ted. Okay, I don't like regular Ted. I kind of like Angry Ted. I got to be honest with you. I kind of like Angry Ted. So regular Ted, not a fan. Just not a fan at all. So hey, that was fun fact number 1. Okay, just so everybody knows, Damon, not a fan of regular Ted. Fun fact number 2. Research. So here's where people are doing studies. Research showed that men get bored after just 26 minutes of shopping with their wife or girlfriend.
26 minutes seems long.
Seems high.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to be honest with you.
Does that include the drive to
That's okay. You got the drive, or you even did you stop for lunch? Okay,
Yeah.
Look, you guys. What do you mean? I'm not a Starbucks guy.
Lunch took 45 minutes. Yeah, 28 minutes into that.
Yeah, right.
I was bored.
Here's the deal. I was waiting for the bill. I was done eating. You were still finishing your lunch. I've been bored ever since then. Now we're at the store. I'm holding your purse, and I'm still bored. So, but it shows a bunch of guys just sitting there. And it's funny because, first off, that's not a 26-minute sit, okay? If you go shopping with somebody and you have to sit down at the 26-minute mark, you need to train better, okay? Yeah. You shouldn't be winded at 26 minutes. I'm sorry.
Also, I mean, are these shops where, like, they only have stuff for women?
Right.
Because there is a point, you go into the stores, there is nothing for you to look at.
You are correct. But break off. Off. If you're, and again, I know the mall is a dying breed, stuff like that, but there's always something. Look, even if you're at a promenade, there's probably a Home Depot like half a block away.
In my defense, we went to the art supply store before Christmas. Mm-hmm. We walked in and I was told at the point, like I was asked, do you want to go? Do you, like, we'll do other things. You want to go? We get there. As we walk in, I was told, we'll probably be here. They'll want to look around for probably a good 40 minutes.
Okay.
To 45 minutes. Like, why did you wait till we were inside the store to tell me that?
Yeah. Hey, do you want to go?
You could. Yeah.
Hey,
do you want to go?
Okay.
No. You could have dropped me off anywhere else.
Right.
And then I was like, okay. And then I'm looking around, and then at the 40-minute mark, we're probably going to be here 40 minutes. Okay. At the 35-minute, we're probably going to be here 35 minutes. I am entertaining myself. Why do you have to tell? So finally, at the 30-minute mark, when I was told for the third, I just went to the car.
Yeah.
I went to the car. And then maybe 20 minutes later, did you go to the car? Yes.
Yeah.
Because you kept implying that I didn't want to be here.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like you're shooing me out of the art place because I know I'm going to get canvases for Christmas.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't figure out why I was not allowed to be in there, but
Someone's getting canvases. You need to go to the car. By the way, when we come to the car, shut your eyes.
Yeah.
We're going to go in the back. Don't look in the back.
Don't guess what the square-shaped bag is holding.
Yes. But no, 26 minutes to me seems extremely high. Okay. Again, I go Christmas shopping with my wife. We walk in
If there's
stores
other stores to go to, then I'm not bored. But if I have to
Right.
go into a store where there's nothing for me,
yeah.
we're talking 28 seconds, and I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah. But I'm also the guy, I'm the dad that would be like, if my daughter's going dress shopping for her wedding dress, I would go.
Yeah.
Now, they won't want me there.
Yeah, that strikes me.
Yeah,
I'm not that guy, but you saying it,
Yeah.
checks out.
Yeah. I would be there if I was asked to be there. And would I be bored? Maybe like you, I entertain myself. That's the nice thing about being a parochial. When you're in your own head, I have someone to talk to all the time. Okay.
Gross.
I really do. Okay. I'm just being honest with you. So, but 26 minutes to me, it seems a little high. All right. If we're just there for someone else. Yes. Here's number 2. This one here seems very low. Chopping wood increases testosterone production by 46.8%, as much as 17% higher than soccer and other studied competitive sports. Okay. Listen, I'm not going to rip on soccer, but I kind of am, because if you think that that's the competitive sport that I think brings out the testosterone in men, you're wrong. You're false. Okay.
Yeah, you preface it like, I don't mean to offend you, but
I'm going to.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how that came out.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what your intent was,
Yeah,
but that's
look,
how that came out.
And it wasn't even like in a pre-apology. It was like, I'm going to offend you. Wasn't my intention.
I don't feel bad about it. I'm just letting you know that this is going to happen.
No regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets. I'm solid with this.
Have you ever chopped wood?
Have I chopped wood? Yeah, actually I have. And I'll be honest with you, it is not like you look at it, you're like, oh, this is easy. It's not easy.
That's why they make machines.
Yeah, but I will tell you, like once you get a technique and behind the science of it, when I first tried it, I was probably still in my 20s, and now I can look at a log, and if I grabbed an axe, I could split it probably in one swing. Not because I'm stronger, because I'm not, but because I understand the science of it and where I'm going to strike it.
You've studied a lot of big logs.
Yeah. When I was 20, I would get it stuck in the top of it, and then I'd be mad and pissed, and then I'd be slamming that off of the thing. It wouldn't break. It would fall off. I'd pick it up. I'd do it again, and it would happen the same way because I was super smart. Now, I just look at the angles and go, okay, if I hit it right here, that's going to, you know what I mean? So there's that whole thing about work smarter, not harder. Well, when you get older and you've done stuff and failed enough, you can work around stuff, you know?
My sister put in a wood burning stove in their house. Whole house wood burning stove.
Yeah.
In the basement.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's say 10 years ago on average.
Those can be very efficient for the house.
Yeah. Well, this past winter they put in a wood pellet stove in the upstairs.
Yeah.
Just because now they no longer have as many teenage boys around to
chop
get
said wood. Yeah.
Chop the wood.
Yeah.
Now they just put pellets in a thing.
Yeah. I can burn pellets way easier than I can chop wood.
You know what's not in the basement? This pellet stove.
Yeah. But I just thought it was odd where they're like, you know, it's 17% higher than soccer. I would say it's 46.8% higher the number you gave me. Yeah. Yeah. I
also don't I guess I never really thought that certain activities would boost testosterone more than others.
Right. Now, here's the deal. I could see, and I'm not saying it has to be a full contact sport. Football for sure. I could see basketball. Okay, I could see that. But all the running and you know, I could see that.
And I'm not trying to be. I just don't understand the love of football as they call it everywhere else.
Right.
Soccer. I just don't. It's so much pitch that the ball's just going back and forth forever. The scores are always like 2-1.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
and I get people who are like, well, it's because of this and this. I'm like, you're not going to convince me. Like, I'm not saying you can't like it. I'm just saying I don't think I'll ever be convinced. Like, oh, this is interesting.
Now, the only thing I can say, I guess, is that the amount of movement they have to do.
They're in shape for sure because that's a lot. Like I said, there's a lot of real estate to run on.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, honestly, look, you go play, if you're in your 20s, you go play a full court basketball game. Now go out, soccer field the size of a football field.
Yeah.
Now go out and do that.
And the thing is, and people say, well, hockey's the same sport. Only, but no, there's sticks and there's people leveling each other. And
you're on skates too. You're not running.
And I get that the scores are also as low.
Yeah.
But it's a smaller object, smaller goal.
And you can fist fight.
Yeah.
And you can fist fight. Yeah.
It's like we looked at soccer and went, we can American this up.
Yeah. Listen, we're going to need a stick. Okay.
Yeah, everyone needs to have a weapon.
Yeah. Hey, how do we feel about doing this on ice? All right. What do we feel? So it's like ice soccer, Kind of.
Everyone needs to have a weapon, and they need to have knives in their shoes.
What's the one thing you wish you could do in a soccer game? Fight people.
Yeah.
Okay, that's going in hockey. That's what you do. So, but no, anyway, instead of getting like a penalty card, I'd rather have a penalty box because I know that you just kicked the crap out of somebody. And I was like, that's good TV right there. People spitting teeth out, everything else. Yeah, it's pretty solid. Again, don't like hockey. Okay, but I feel like the testosterone level would be higher in a hockey game.
I would go to a live hockey game over a live soccer game 99 out of 100 times.
I would go to a dead hockey game over a live soccer game 99 out of 100 times. I don't know if that's a real thing.
This is just dead. Yeah. There's no one here. Game's tomorrow, genius. Yeah. Works for me. I'm going to turn around and go home.
Still good. They got hot dogs? Can I get a hot dog? You got nachos?
Yeah, where's that wiener card?
Yeah. All right, here's number 3. Fun fact. There is a Hug Me Coca-Cola machine in Singapore, which gives you a free can of Coke each time you hug it.
I mean, I'm just doing that because hugs are free. I'm not doing it because I want a hug, but it's like...
So, what do you got to do with that machine if you want a Dr. Pepper?
Yeah.
Ooh, Hey, what if you're
what about a Fanta?
I was going to say, what if you're the Klondike people? We know what you'll do for a Klondike. Now, what if they give you one of those machines?
And you really loan it.
Yeah.
We know what they would do for a Klondike bar.
Yeah. I did your machine, and I wouldn't touch that for at least a half hour. So, but no, free Coca-Cola.
You couldn't fit a Klondike bar through this hole in the back. What's this for?
This is so weird. That's how you earn the Klondike, son. That's how you earn the Klondike.
The slot in the front makes more sense.
He's in up to his elbow. It's not getting him a Klondike. He doesn't know what it is. Weird. But yeah, so just for hugging it. By the way, how big is this machine? How does it know you're hugging it?
How are they making money off that?
Yeah. Maybe some guy's got a weird fetish. Like, hey, every time somebody hugs a machine, it really gets me. You know what? I'm going to buy a vending machine.
Just a dude in there?
Tighter.
Yeah. Tighter.
You know what's weird? There's probably like 75 cameras from every angle. And you just hear a voice come over going, hug it stronger.
Yeah, you want to do it?
Lower.
Getting real thirsty, big guy. You can just, you're parched. I know you need a Coke right now.
You were in that Coca-Cola. You get in. Wait, you want a Diet Coke? Ooh.
If I could teach the world to hug around my machine waist.
What is it? So Coca-Cola is also the parent company for what? Sprite?
Yeah.
So if you wanted a Sprite, he'd be like, why don't you take that shirt off? Take that. You want a Sprite? Take that shirt off.
It's got to be all skin if you want a Sprite.
then the Def Leppard's like, skin on skin.
Let the Sprite begin.
Let the Sprite begin. Mac, you would enjoy that because it was Def Leppard and you were into heavier stuff. So you just don't get that one.
Yeah, but for that one, you only have to hug with one arm.
Oh, he did it, baby. I like it. This hug does not seem thorough. Listen, if the drummer can't get a Sprite, okay, then the machines have won. Okay,
that's why I have to go skin on skin because you can't use two arms.
Yeah. All right. Here's my last fun. No, you know what? We're done with fun facts. I'm gonna go to TCO of the week.
TCO of the week.
I don't want to miss this one. Okay. This one here, we're actually gonna do. This is a personal ad. Bill, who's 69. Feel like it's a made up number. I don't think he's really that old. But anyway, there's Bill.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. Bill's a handyman.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, well, I
don't know if he's. I can't tell from that photo if he's handy or actually a man.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be honest with you. If he's handy with anything, it's probably himself. So anyway.
He's handy with his man.
Says, I am a single, attractive man looking for a woman to cook me supper.
False.
Okay. I've seen your picture, Bill. False. Yeah. Okay, so far.
I believe a lot of that sentence. Yeah. There's one word I have a problem with.
Yeah. How about if we leave out attractive?
That's the one.
Yeah. Here's the next sentence. I ain't got no time for no games because I work and only have time for hanky-panky, okay? All right.
Hey, we're not playing Parcheesi. We're going straight to the hanky-panky.
You do the hanky-panky and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. The woman I chose must be physically fit. I want you to look at how he spells physically fit.
Does he mean fiscally fit?
I thought he meant fiscally responsible, but he said physically fit.
Yeah.
That's FISIC.
Oh, because he also says, for context,
yes,
because I am pretty much a Clydesdale too.
You know what?
But Clydesdale is not spelled correctly, so I had to work that one out.
Right, but you want me to read it? You're cold reading this, so I like this. Keep going. I've read it already. I like this. On Nicole Reed.
I don't want kids, so don't be asking me to make you a baby Karen. Now, is he asking you to make you a baby Karen, or is he saying this person's a Karen who wants a baby?
I don't know, but I'm telling you right now.
Comma's not there. Hard to tell.
Yeah, this guy here is good.
Okay, wow. I'm going to read it as is.
Yes.
Macironi and cheese is my favorite food, but not Kraft, okay? Thanks. I have a LeBaron. Well, actually, it's LeBron.
Yeah, it is LeBron.
It's a LeBron.
Yeah.
And Hall and Oates make good music.
Yeah, so that's how he ends out. All right.
Yeah, so Fiscally, Clydesdale, LeBaron,
Yeah.
Macaroni. Yeah, Macaroni had too many eyes, not enough A's.
I was going to say Macironi.
Yeah.
Okay, like maybe that's
Maybe it's ironic.
well, either that.
Isn't it ironic?
And don't you think? Yeah, I really do think. I like Macironi.
What we're saying here is Bill's a catch.
Yeah. Yeah, Bill, first off, you need stuff done around the house. He's a handyman.
I didn't turn that around again.
Yeah.
His shirt says, I love my...
I think it's dachshund, but
because it's a wiener.
It's a wiener.
The best part is, you guys can see this photo. We can see maybe half an inch of the photo of the dog.
Yeah.
But based on what we know about Bill,
Yeah.
we know it's a shirt that says, I love my wiener.
Yeah. Now, here's the deal. For all of you wrestling fans.
Which half an inch of the dog is probably
Right. It's
all you're getting from Bill. Not
Bill,
adequate.
it's adequate. Okay. So, for all of us who can't see this, if you want to go back to 80s wrestlers, okay, Sergeant Slaughter, okay, if he had a major disability,
Yeah.
okay, that is where I'm putting this guy, okay? Now, when you picture that, and you picture him, now Bill's 69 years old, okay? I got to be honest with you, Bill's like would be my dad's age. If Bill was my stepdad, I don't think I'd be liking life. You know what I'm saying? And I got to be honest with you, if somebody was dumb enough to make him Macironi, okay,
Yeah. But not Kraft.
not Kraft. And you know what's weird? He spelled Kraft with a K, so I think he really knows how to spell macaroni.
I think he wants you to know
Yeah,
that he does not want, because if you spell it with a C, maybe they think it's like, small craft,
yeah.
homemade macaroni.
But I do like the fact too. Last sentence: I have a LeBron, which is supposed to be LeBaron, and Hall and Oates make good music.
Well, it's and Hall and Oates.
Oh yeah, and Hall and
And
Oates make good music. So anyway, if you want to get in touch with Bill, I don't have his deets.
If you're a man eater and want half inch of a dachshund, we can hook you up with Bill.
Yeah. Look out, boy. He'll chew you up. So anyway, we have time for one strange story.
Strange stories.
I have two.
Well, we have time for one.
Yeah. So here, I'm going to read you both headlines. You got to tell me which one. First headline. I got to be honest with you. I'm leaning one way. Florida woman's driveway stolen while she's at work. Yes, you heard that properly. Florida woman's driveway stolen while she's at work.
Again, that's Florida woman's driveway stolen while she was at work. Now, headline number 2.
Headline number 2 might go in line with our guy Bill we just talked about. Penile fractures are most common around Christmas, study finds.
Mac, we have driveway or fractures? On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Fractures.
Driveway. I knew it. I knew it was going to say fracture. That's the way you want to go, right?
Yeah, we're going fractures. Yeah. I'm the deciding vote, so that's cool. Because I am Damon Paracchio, and I support this message, all right?
I just want you to know that I hate this. I hate everyone here. My name is Damon Paracchio.
Yeah. I could not hate this more. I'm going to leave a bad review. So, penile fractures are most common around Christmas, study finds. You've exchanged gifts, and you're cuddled up under the blanket with your special someone next to a warm fireplace. After a couple of mugs of mulled wine, you might decide to share some seasonal love with each other. Be careful, though. A new study has confirmed. By the way, we have a study on this now.
Scientist.
Okay, scientist. I'm guessing they're male scientists. You know what? This is their way. They're like, guys, look, we never get any action because we're scientists.
Is that how they do it? Like if we study penile fractures?
That's what it is. Then hey, can I sign up to be one of the study subjects? Can I,
and they're like,
what I got to do?
You realize, Randy, that we have to fracture your penile.
Yeah. Hey, I'm cool.
But you got to touch it, right?
Yeah. But hey, does it happen in action? Yeah. Okay. I'm good. So it says, namely, the guy folk out there are in danger of fractioning their G.I. Joe guys. All right. The doctors performing the case report review, they wondered whether the intimacy and togetherness of the holiday season could be responsible for an increase in the injuries. You know, the kind of stuff normal people think about on a daily basis. Never once have I thought, I'm going to break this. And I got to be honest with you. When I was younger, I kind of put it to the test sometimes. Okay? I got to be honest with you. That was just me. Okay? That was just me.
Mac, is there a barf on this board?
What's our new one? What's the one? Yeah, you do believe that, don't you? That's still my favorite drop now. I just like it. But it says, well, they found there's a link between Christmas and snapped wangs. I'm not changing that word because this is perfect. Penile fracture cases increased as much as 43% over the festivities. So here's the deal. They have a running number that's not at Christmas time for the year.
Yeah.
And just like the testosterone thing before, they know that there's a 43% increase at Christmas time.
You know, one of them is watching a live board.
Yeah.
And they're like, wangs are going up. There's a rise in wangs, everybody.
Wangs be a snapping. It's snapping season. So it says, if you get it on this Christmas, don't do it hanging from a tree like an ornament. You might just crack your candy cane.
So
here's the deal.
Here's what I would have gone with.
Yeah.
Is if you over imbibe a nog, stay off of his hog.
Be careful with your log.
Yeah. I was going to go with that, but we talked about that being poop earlier. So I was like, I got to change it.
Understand. It's a definition of pain. Although we talk about, boners. We're going to say it. All right. There actually aren't any bones in your guy living down south.
Wow.
This is how they're reading this.
We're being
Are we
scientific.
sure
This is science?
Are we? Yeah. I don't really know. You know what's weird? Are you sure this isn't some guy like at a dumpster behind Denny's?
Yeah.
It's like,
you just
I
said
got a study.
There was a study.
Yeah. Yeah. So it says the answer is pretty simple.
Hey. Is that broken? Let me see it.
This right now authenticates my G.I. Joe guy. If ever. Anything has ever been said evermore. This authenticates why it's a G.I. Joe guy. Are you ready?
No.
The answer is pretty simple. Once he's standing at attention, your brave soldier stiffens up. That is a G.I. Joe guy reference. Okay?
No.
It is. If you bend anything stiff, it eventually will break. When you experience that, the fibrous coverings, blah, blah, blah. So we're getting into how it works. Basically, you're tearing stuff, and it's not good. Wow. As they are at the time of the accident, rather well solid, the result is similar to breaking a bone. Then how will you know if you fractured your wing? I got to be honest with you.
I think you're going to know.
I would know.
Yeah.
I would know.
Yeah.
You want to know what's weird? I don't think I need to go on WebMD and be like, how do you know if you fractured your wing? First off, I can't type because I can't see through the tears.
Right.
And I can't get through the pain, okay, of a snapped wing. 'Tis the season. Can't get past it. All right. Now, again, I know we're a little late on this. We can't prevent anybody if we had snapped wings. Yeah. Just know next year. Yeah. Okay.
Hindsight being 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
We would have prevented your snap.
We would have stopped that from happening. I'm very sorry. Okay. I'm very sorry. Hopefully, you got some popsicle sticks, some tape. We'll get it better. It is what it is. But my point is, next year, don't be part of the 43%.
Yeah. Put a pin in this, folks.
Yeah. Put a pin in it. Okay. So anyway, first, oh my gosh. First, there will likely be an audible snapping or cracking sound. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Now, that's from the ceiling. That happens from the ceiling. Should you miss that, though? Okay, I don't think I'm missing that. Okay, I got to be honest with you. I don't care how loud Barry White's playing in the background. I'm going to tell you right now. When the Rice Krispies show up and it's snap, crackle, and pop.
Did you just hear something? Yes!
Yeah.
I did!
Yes. Yeah. But it says, should you miss that, though, you will not miss the immediate following shock and searing, blinding pain. Okay. So, again.
And was this written by Scientist Obvious, MD?
Yeah. So.
Brother of Captain? Dr. Obvious.
Finally, you will quickly develop an intense swelling.
Maybe you'd like this then.
In quotes, not the kind you want. and a bruising in other regions. So the good news is it's bruised. So
Doc, I grimaced my dachshund.
So when patients present this to their doctor, the G.I. Joe guy often looks like an eggplant.
Well, now it explains the emoji.
Said the new study's lead author. So the other guy resigned. Here's the deal. I was the lead author.
Day in and day out, all I see are fractured peniles.
Yeah. I have so many snapped wangs in my inbox. It's not even
I
funny.
close my eyes at night. All I see. Snapped wangs.
I started a garage band. I named it Snapped Wangs. It's unbelievable. You know what they say?
Well,
Every time a bell rings, an angel snapped its wangs.
he probably shouldn't have gone so far into making that. Like, all his effort was into remaking Beat It.
Right.
That was his problem.
You know what? That's really what it was. And you're paying royalties on that. It's not even good.
It was distasteful.
It's not even good. Yeah. But now the new doctor, Nicholas Pierguides, a urologist.
Nick, the doctor.
Oh, a urologist at the Ludwig Maximilian University in Munich. That's what he says.
Oh, I think is Germany the place that has, Mac would know. Where do they have it's Iceland is where they have the G.I. Joe guy museum.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They probably have some snapped ones then, I'm guessing.
And probably get them on loan from Germany.
But it says, why do they snap, crackle, and pop over Christmas in particular? There are a few reasons that the study shows in its results. First, most people will get at least some time off work with Christmas. With that spare time, they catch up on things at home, such as dancing the horizontal tango. I got to tell you what, this is a literary work of art right here. Did you back away? You back away just to breathe? You getting ready to yell?
Yes.
You backed away.
2024 was supposed to be better.
Yeah. Start off with a bang here.
This is episode 2 into 2024.
Yeah. It says the injury tends to occur during wild sex, particularly in positions that are not direct eye contact. Okay, here's the deal. I don't know that, like, we're not on the same. Okay, you ran that route. You were supposed to run it in. You ran it out. Okay? And now I got a snapped wang. Okay? I don't know that eye contact is really what broke it.
Yeah.
Okay? I've never once thought, boy, if you were just looking at me more, I feel like this wouldn't be so painful.
I knew shifting was going to happen by the look in your eyes.
Yeah. That's why. So every time I just so we know, anytime that I feel that I need to do anything during the Christmas season, I am definitely going to be like all about, like, I'm going to have a squeaky toy like they do when they take pictures of babies. I'm like, woo, over here. Squeak, squeak. You know, squeak, squeak.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Nicole. You're going to get intense staring in your eyes from Thanksgiving to New Year's. Yeah. Which way are we going? What's happening? Yeah. Where are we going?
You're not taking your eyes off me because I value not having my G.I. Joe guy snapped. Okay. So it says we can infer from this.
I don't want roadblock to be road broke.
Yeah, that people tend to go at it with more gusto on Christmas than on other days. Why? What about
so bring us some figgy pudding? Yeah. So bring us some figgy pudding and bring it right here. Yeah, gusto.
So I gotta be honest with you, the birth of our Savior and King is really what it takes for me to go, you know what? We don't need to make eye contact.
Oh, holy night.
Yet there might be a darker side of the phenomenon too.
I'm gonna hug this Coke machine.
He says, yeah, with no shirt on. I want that Sprite. It says that they also typically occur during unconventional scenarios.
I figured it out.
Yeah.
Coke, polar bears. Klondike bars, polar bears. And we all know what you would do for a Klondike bar.
Polar bears.
Snap away.
First off, that's going to be one pissed off and highly disappointed polar bear, okay? He's going to be like, listen, not only am I mad, okay, but you wasted my time, son. Here's your Klondike bar.
Here's your Klondike bar.
Here's your Coke.
Give that one-armed guy a Sprite. Yeah.
Tell him to put his shirt back on. Where can they find us, Ted?
You can find us at thatchecksout.net and all the socials. That checks out. WDT stands for with Damon and Ted. For Damon, I'm Ted. Welcome to a whole new, but just the same, 2022.
2024.
That's right, 2024. I don't know.
But you went 2 years back.
Yeah. It felt like we regressed.
You know what?
2024.
Yeah, I gotta be honest with you. That was also probably an anniversary for
That
Mac.
checks out. It's been a TCO Productions, recorded for you at Audio Hive Podcasting Studio. Produced by Mac. No, is he now Mick? He's Macironi and cheese.
Yeah.
There's no A's, just I's.
Yeah.